Oh gosh, what a day so far. In reference to the previous very short video that I posted, little live stream there about WordPress, they have refunded the money, but it will be sometime, perhaps days, before the money that was in my bank account goes back into it, and the little bit of money that was in PayPal is reinstated. So it's a good thing I have some potatoes here. I'll be able to cook some potatoes for my dinner. Because I'm not going to be buying anything in town today, that's for sure. No shops extend credit to anyone these days. But anyway, Sharon Galway, thank you so much. I really didn't expect to have anyone make a donation to me. That wasn't why I put that video up, you know, but thank you so much, Sharon. I do appreciate that. It takes a couple of days anyway for things to go through to my bank account, but look, at least I know now there's something there. But WordPress, you know, like I said, to be fair, WordPress has been good for me all these years. I've been able to keep my website hosted there. Yes, it's cost me, of course it has. But other than, you know, them kind of taking money out a whole month beforehand, before it's due. Oh. Do you know, I'm just so annoyed. I'm so annoyed. And then I look at the apple tree here and see the blossom about to break, and then I think, oh, put some perspective on this, Colette, you know. That's something that we all need to do anyway, is actually keep a perspective on things. You know, okay, so today, tomorrow, and probably the next day, I haven't got a cent that I can access. But look at, so what? So what? Look at all this lovely blossom out in the tree. Everything is just coming up and coming out. It's just amazing. So today, anyway, I will be home-based. Whether I like it or not, I'm going to be at home today. I'm going to get some veggies planted. And also, I've been looking here at my little willow fence, and I thought to myself, you see this door here, which is keeping that compost heap in place. I think what I'll do is, and it's very heavy because it's wet, I think I'll get that over to the barn one way or another. I'll probably just roll it across or something, do it in stages, and then spend some of today creating another willow fedge, but a higher one, going in place of where that door is, because I think that would look really nice. And that's a pretty messy compost heap there. It's going to take some time to, you know, work its way down and decompose. So I do need to sort of screen it off a wee bit. So I think I'll do that. So the mere fact that I'm going to be home-based today now has already kind of reinvigorated my creativity. You know the Maxine Hong Kingston quote, in a time of destruction, create something. Well, I could kind of switch that around and say, in a time of terrible annoyance with corporations, create something. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create. I'm going to create, and I'm going to create for free from resources which I have. So it's not going to cost me anything at all, except my time. And time is something I have a little bit more of now this afternoon. Now, I must just show you on this short video the reason why, when I was actually doing that live video, why my hands were so filthy. Because I just literally come in from the garden, you see. I've been pulling up ground elder, because ground elder is, I suppose some people would call it a problem. For my part, I don't, because it comes up in green leaves, it flowers, and then it dies back. It can be a very territorial weed. It's actually a herb. It does actually take over if you allow it. But when you get lots and lots of stuff planted, it doesn't really get to where it wants to be. I mean, for example, this is a really good example of planting out a weed. In other words, planting a green barrier to keep other stuff back. So here, there is, what is this called now? Bistort. I think this is Bistort superba. Comes up in those lovely pink sort of flowers. And you can see the Bistort is holding back the ground elder. Because look, you see here in front? No ground elder. And that's a really good example of how you can actually plant out weeds. That's what I term it, to plant out weeds. It doesn't mean to plant out a weed, but to plant it out, in other words, to push it out, to hold it back, to keep it back from something. And the same here, I've tried to create this little barrier going around these stones of very hardy sort of perennials which come up year after year. So I've literally just pulled up the ground elder and kind of just thrown it back on top of the other ground elder. And anyway, so that's what I was doing. And I also want to show you this bed, because this is the bed I'm going to be planting out today. Definitely today. And again, how the mulch works. Do you remember when I mulched this? Let me think now. When was it? Oh, could it have been January, February? Maybe it was November, December. But anyway, I put this mulch down, and I put it down about about 2 inches thick, deep. It's kept all the weeds back. There's a couple coming through which will be easy to pull. There's a little creeping buttercup there and there. There's a little bit of dock coming through there. But you can see across the whole bed, it's allowed the bed to simply go to sleep until I need to wake it up. So that's the benefits of mulch. Can never have enough mulch. Now, that's a bird up there on top of the larch. Gosh, singing out loud, isn't it? Now, I want to just show you the crow's nest. Look at the crow's nest up there. Oh, there's the crows coming back. I'm going to just hide here and see if I can. Isn't that amazing? They're still working on it. Now, I've been figuring out why they're building their nest there. And I don't know if any of you remember, a video that I put up last year. Now, it may have been a video, it may have been a blog. I think it was a video. And it's concerning where the crows had their nest last year and the year before, which is up there. Do you see that nest up there? Now, what has happened 2 years on the trot is that when they lay their eggs, now I think it's when the eggs are laid, it may be even when the eggs are hatched, I don't know, but there's a pine marten, and I've watched it last year and the year before, and it was very distressing to watch it because the birds were all calling and, you know, trying to keep the pine marten away, but the pine marten ran right up that branch and got to the nest and took whatever life was in that nest. Now, it looks as though the crows have abandoned that nest, and I'm thinking to myself that they've decided to make the nest actually here at Bealtaine, on the actual land of Bealtaine, because of Jack. Because crows are very intelligent, and I think that they know that Jack will scare off the pine marten, but the pine marten won't have any ground access here in order to get up that tree. Because I've been reading a lot about crows recently, and they are very intelligent. Now, last year, when I watched the pine marten go up that big ash tree to the nest, I mean, the crow, it was one of the most heartbreaking things I've ever watched, only because I couldn't help. See, there's a barbed wire fence there at the back, and that's someone else's land, and I couldn't actually help the crows. And the crows, I mean, there was about 10 or 12 crows in the end, and they were all over the top of the tree, trying to scare off the pine marten, you know, because crows are quite family orientated, so all their family came to help them, but to no avail. So I don't see any activity around that nest now this year. But isn't it amazing that the crows now see Bealtaine itself as a place of sanctuary where they'd be safe? So it's not just the food that's bringing them in, it's actually their own observations. Anyway, I'll be making another video later on. And thank you again, Sharon. Thank you so much. And blessings to you all.